Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Today's video is a very special video. I'll show you how you can detect objects in your image with very few lines of code. So without wasting any further time, let's kickstart the video. I happened to discover an amazing library called as CVLib. CVLib essentially helps you identify objects with very few lines of code. In order to show you how awesome CVLib is, the first thing that I'll do in this video is install CVLib. So the way I would do that is by the command pip install -q cvlib. If you're wondering what -q is, then essentially -q stands for a quiet installation. So let me go forward and carry out the installation. Now that the installation is done, let me go forward and import some necessary modules. So let me go forward and run this cell. I have an image file called as image.jpeg, which I'll upload into the current Google Colab session. So the way I would do that is I'll press the files option. I'll click on this particular symbol, that is upload to session storage. I'll click on this particular file, which is image.jpg, and I'll click on open. Now that I've uploaded the file, I'm basically assigning variables to the different file names that I'll be utilizing later on. So let me go forward and run this cell. The next thing that I'll do is I'll show you what exactly the image is. So let me go forward and run this cell. So as you can clearly see, this image is that of an elephant, and I want to detect this particular object, that is elephant, in the image using very little lines of code. So now I'll show you the magic of CVLib. Let me go forward and unhide the cell. In order to detect objects in your image, you just have to write three main lines of code. The first line of code is where you read the image using OpenCV. The second line of code is where you call the function detect underscore common underscore objects. When you run it for the first time, it will essentially download the YOLO v3 version, which has been trained on 80 common objects, and that will be used for making a prediction or an inference. Once you have the predictions from this particular function, then I go through the different predictions that are made, and I'll kind of output that in form of a print statement. So let me go forward and run this cell. So as you can clearly see, the first step was downloading the model. The second step was actually printing out which object has been detected. So if you clearly see this particular line, it says detected object elephant with confidence level of almost 78%. Now what I'll do next is I'll kind of output this particular raw image with the bounding box of where the object has been detected, or in our case where the elephant has been detected. So let me quickly unhide the cell. I'll call the draw underscore bbox function, pass in the raw image, pass in the labels as well as the confidence intervals, and save everything into a variable called as output underscore image. So let me quickly run the cell. This NumPy array will essentially contain the raw image as well as a bounding box where the object has been located. I essentially want to write back this particular new image into a new file, which is where I'll be utilizing cv2.imwrite. So let me quickly run this cell. Now that I've written to the image, I'll quickly show you the new version of the image with the exact location of where the object was detected. So as you can clearly see, it shows where the object is located, that is in our case where the elephant exists in the image. And if you see here, it also mentions the class of the object detected. So this is the power of CVLib, the amazing library that I happened to discover. I'm pretty sure you would go forward and utilize this in your day-to-day workflow. So this is a small video that I had in mind in order to show you the power of CVLib. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like the content that I post on my channel, it would be super motivating if you can press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to be notified for amazing videos on data science and machine learning. Thank you so much for watching this video.